Hey guys, it's Amanda here, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about stress and college and self love and finding peace and order in disorder. Um, so, recently I talked about college and how it's really stressing me out. My face is really broken out right now because of so much stress and everything going on, and things are kind of messy in my home life as well, so it's just kind of hard to balance everything right now. But I went on a run today because I like to run sometimes to clear my mind. That's why I go on runs, and I like being fit, so, and staying in shape. And I was on my run today, and I was listening to Mod Sun's Look Up album. um, and it is the narrative version where he talks about his book and his point of view and how things for him changed as well. He used to be, like he said, he used to kind of be kind of an aggressive person, and he had a rough childhood, and he just kind of walked us through like what his life was like. And I was like, hey, this is relatable. I've listened to this particular narrative once before, and it really helped me get through a lot of crap. So if you guys want to listen to that, I can leave like a link in the description below to the YouTube thing that he has it on. And I was just listening to it while I was walking and running, and I was like, this is so peaceful. This is how I want to live my life. And he's a very peaceful person, and he is always talking about how it's never too late to achieve your dreams. And he was talking about how he would go up and down the street riding his bike, and he had a smile from ear to ear, and he would pass by people that were going to and from work from a job that they didn't love, and he was unemployed at the time. And he was just talking about, like, maybe I was unemployed, but I made the most of things, and I let people know that I was having a great time with my life, and it was really fulfilling. He just kind of like really changed his mindset and his point of view of things, and that's how I really want to live. At this point, with the college process, I took it that way because, in college, like, that prepares you for your future job and career and whatever you want to do in life. And I just sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, why am I even stressing out about this? Like, I know what I want to do. I want to be an artistic person. I want to create things. I'm a painter. I like doing that. I love doing YouTube videos and showing them for you guys. I love music. I love all kinds of artistic things that people just normally, you know, don't really think of. And, a lot of people are like, artistic jobs, they're kind of like, eh. But for me, that's like the only thing I've ever wanted to do since I was a child. When I was a child, I was obsessed with Hannah Montana, like a lot of other kids. And I was like, I'm going to be famous one day like Hannah Montana. Okay, well, I'm obviously not Hannah Montana, but, I've achieved a few things in my life. I have this YouTube channel now, and I love this. I love talking to you guys. I love putting my thoughts and ideas out there for everybody to hear. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted my thoughts and ideas to be heard. And I do that in a lot of different ways. I do it from sharing things with people verbally like this. I do it with sharing music with people, whether it's singing or, talking about a certain song or sharing what I like to listen to, or whether it's sharing my art that I make, which I haven't done with you guys yet, but I've done with other people. Maybe I'll get to that at some point. I don't know. I'm actually going to try and start a new project for you guys, hopefully with body painting. I think it's something that's really cool. One of my favorite YouTubers, she's called Made You Look. You guys should go subscribe to her. She's really awesome. She's really inspiring, and I like to paint, and she paints on her body, and I think that's amazing, and that's something I definitely want to start doing. So yeah, like, even if like college life doesn't work out for me, like, I have options, and I don't know why I stress myself out so much. I know everybody's gonna watch this video and be like, you gotta go to college. I know I'm still gonna try and get there. No matter how long it takes me, I'm still gonna try and get there. And if I don't get there by this time next year, then I'll just keep trying, you know? I'm not concerned. I don't have to go right away. I know everybody's like, you should go to college right after high school or else you won't want to go back. And maybe that's true. But maybe in that time frame, if I'm not able to go, then I'll find something that I absolutely love doing, you know? I'll explore things, I'll create for you guys, I'll create for myself, I'll share things. Like, the world is so broad and it's expanded way past our own horizons that like people don't realize like how many options we actually have. People are like, it's school, work, death. And I'm like, I don't see it that way. I think it's school, you know, you still got to get through like your basics, like a high school. You don't exactly have to go to college, but you know, I do prefer it. But if it's not in the cards for what I want to do in the future, then it's not. And I'm okay with that. A lot of people, you know, they'll be like, no, I'm not okay with that. I even talked to my own mother about it, and I'm like, hey, Mom, if, you know, this whole college thing doesn't work out, I have to find something to do. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'd rather you go, but, you know, she knows that I'm an artistic person. I always have been. Like, I've always been directed towards this, and I tried to be this more scientific, logical person, and that's just not who I am. I'm gonna get a little nerdy here for a second. So you have your right brain and your left brain. Your left brain is the logical side, and your right brain is the creative side. I'm a more right brain person. I lean more towards that side, and there are things you can do to exercise both sides of your brain, but the side of your brain that you use the most is your preference, and my right side is my preference. I use mostly everything from my right side. It's, you know, where all the creativity flows. It's where these beautiful videos come to you guys. It's where my painting comes from. It's where my passion comes from. And I just can't get that out of my logical side. Like, I can't just do numerical. I can't do, you know, just problem solving. I just can't do that. Like, it's not for me. And I really, really tried, especially, you know, during my years of high school, to be some scientific person. I thought I was going to be a nurse, like, going into my high school career. I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. I'll be a nurse. I'll do this. I'll do that. And then I started actually taking science classes in high school. Like, I took anatomy and physiology. I took principles of biomedical sciences. I don't like any of that stuff. Like, it does not interest me. Like, it's boring, it's dry, and I just can't wrap my head around it. And if you are a person that's into that, I'm not trying to offend you in any way, shape, or form. I just personally cannot think that way. I can't grasp that stuff. It's not easy for me, and it's hard for me to remember things as well. Like, my memory is kind of like, especially when I'm trying to learn things that I'm not interested in. If I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to be able to focus, and I am surprised I even got through science classes at all. Right now, I'm in a psychology class. That's why I know about the brain. But that's still like, it's like really dry for me. Like, I try and like it. I think it's cool because I have a really cool teacher. But other than that, like, it's just really dry for me. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, don't get me wrong. I love knowing how the brain works. I think it's awesome. But it's just not something that I would consider studying in the future. Like, definitely not, you know? And when I think of things, I think, hey, I'm most likely going to do this for the rest of my life. And people are like, oh, nothing is for the rest of your life. And I'm like, okay, but you say that, but you've been doing the same thing for like 15 years, so come on now. But that's just the way I think, and I'm just set up that way. And if I don't like it in the moment, I know I'm not going to like it later. Like, that's how I am. That's how I've always been. I like to switch things up. I like to do different. Different is scary, but it's so fun and fulfilling all in the same time. I love it so much. Like, I don't think people understand that, especially about me in particular. You know, people, you know, they think they like really know me, but they don't really know me unless I, you know, come out and like talk about things like this. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Like, I wanted to be open with you guys and let you know that I do want to go to college, but it's going to be for something artistic. It's not going to be for something logical. It's not going to be scientifically. It's not going to be any of that. And I really wanted to be that kind of person, but it's just not who I am, and I can't be someone who I'm not, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's just how I feel, and I'm just gonna quit stressing about it because at this point, like, it's not worth me wasting my breath over. It's not worth me getting anxious over or upset over or heated over or my face breaking out over it. Like, there's no need for that. Like, I've been so stressed lately that I'm starting to get knots in my back. And I didn't know that, but it's a hot mess. And I just decided, I need to quit stressing. I know that there are things there that I need to have done, but if I'm not sure of my exact direction, then in my opinion, there isn't a point in just doing all of these things that are concrete and structured that everybody is telling me to do. Like, even my mom said, if this college doesn't like give you another call back, maybe it's not meant to be. And maybe it's not. But we both agreed I'm artistic, like I've said before, and I'm not giving up on that. Like, I will work my butt off for this. This is what I love doing, and I love sharing things with other people and spreading my ideas and my opinions and giving them to other people so they can have knowledge about how I feel and how other people like me feel. And I love doing that, and I love sharing, and I love being creative, and this is just who I am. And I also wanted to talk to you guys about self-love as well. Self-love is something that everyone should have, and I know it's really difficult sometimes, especially when, you're not feeling quite like yourself, or when you look in the mirror and you're like, man, I look like crap. I know that's a hard thing to do, but, even like outer appearance shouldn't mean anything. It really never should. I know it does in society. I know it does. And I think it's crap because I have known some of the most beautiful people. God, their soul is so amazing, and I love them dearly, and they do not love themselves. And I don't understand it. But it's because of outer appearance. People don't love themselves because of the way they look. That's so sad because when I am speaking with someone, I don't see their face, I see their soul, because you really know how to get to know someone by just talking to them. Like, you really learn how they are and how they act and their mannerisms, and I really fall in love with people. I definitely. And yes, I am in love with my friends. I'm in love with my family. I am in love with my boyfriend. And yeah, there are all kinds of different types of love, but I love their souls, like, to the max. Like, they are the most wonderful people I've met. Even strangers, like, I can read people so quickly. Like, it's insane. Like, I love people. I love them. People can suck sometimes, but all the good outweighs even the smallest bit of bad. And I don't think people realize that. And while I was running today, I stopped for a break and I sat under the tree and I was still listening to Matsun. And, I just started taking pictures of myself and, things around me. Like, when I feel, alone and at peace with life, I feel at peace with myself. And even though my face is entirely broken out, even though my hair was a mess and I was hot and sweaty and everything was just incorporated, I felt so beautiful in that moment because I reached into my soul, and that's something that I don't do very often, and I keep forgetting to take care of myself. Self-love isn't about just what's on the outside, it's what is on the inside too, Like, if you can't, like, if you can't reach on the inside and see what's going on in there, then you're never going to get to the outer. And usually it's never even the outer, it's the inner. You find real beauty within, and I will always believe that with my heart, like with all of my heart. But then again, I'm also the person that falls in love with souls and not faces, so that's just kind of a thing. And yeah, self-love is so important. Like, I hope that each and every one of you find it, and I hope that you carry it with you wherever you go, because it's so very important, and it's not a thing you want to miss out on. Believe me, you feel much more whole as a person, you feel enriched, you feel loving, you feel like you want to love other people, you feel loved because you love yourself. And I think that's a really important part. You know, you can't fix something that you can't see, you know? It's a soul that needs a surgery. Quoted by Beyonce's song Pretty Hurts, and you guys should go listen to it. It's really good. But seriously, like, it's not your outer appearance most of the time, it's your inside. You need to find out what's going on in there, because, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, let you guys know what's going on, help you guys, you know, be more knowledgeable about things. I'll probably do more videos like this in the future. Sorry this one got a little long, but hey, what happens happens. It's better than like 2-minute videos, less than 2-minute videos. But yeah, I just wanted to really break that down for you guys and let you guys know that, like, oh, please love yourself. I know it's really hard to sometimes, especially when you're going through terrible things and, you know, people degrade you and they put you down, but there are also so many people that lift you up. So please don't forget about those people, and remember that the people that lift you up, they are right, okay? Like, there have been so many times I felt like absolute poop, and people are like, you're still beautiful. And I never really understood what they were trying to tell me, but, you know, I was like, man, I really look like really bad today. But it's because I knew my soul, and they still saw my soul, even when I looked not so hot that day, you know? And the people that just don't see souls and faces instead, shame on you. Like, literally, really, shame on you. And I know that this is totally off topic, and I'm still rambling, but, you know, to be attracted to a person, I guess you do have to be attracted to their outer appearance a little bit, but seriously, like, I love so many people that are like, I love souls, I don't love faces, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, let me know if you guys want more content like this in the future. I will definitely be putting out more videos soon about my ideas and beliefs on things. Everyone going to college after this year, or anybody in college already, please don't stress any more than you need to.